Hi there. Welcome to my video for today. You've probably found me on either Instagram or Facebook, and so I just want to say thank you for taking a few minutes to stop by. And I want to talk today about boundaries and what that looks like in our lives. A lot of times when people tell me that I need boundaries in my life, or this person really needs to have some boundaries in their life, it means people equate it to the word control. They want to have some control in a relationship or over the time that they're spending either giving to other people or at work, or how much time they're spending on their phone. And in turn, people who are having boundaries set in relationships feel like, hey, they're trying to control me. They're trying to tell me what to do or what I can't do. And so what I wanted to talk about today is the fact that boundaries actually is about the lack of control in some ways, because if you think about what boundaries is, it's actually an agency. And so there's agency. I have a choice. I get to make decisions, and they're informed decisions. And so though that agency is over what's going on for me. So my values, my beliefs, what my emotions are and how I share them, what I want to do with my time, how I want to react to people, and I have agency over that. And that's the only thing that I am able to control or have agency over. I can't control what's going on around me. I can't control the people around me. I can't control how they're going to respond to what I'm saying and how how they think I come across. I can make every effort to do it in a loving manner and to present it so that we can have a healthy relationship. But it's not about control. And that's probably one of the most frustrating things about boundaries, is that I can't control you and how you respond to me. I can only have agency over what goes on with me. So that means that setting boundaries actually starts with you. It doesn't start with how do I set boundaries or where do I want these boundaries. It actually starts within you. It means that you need to take some time and almost take a step back from setting boundaries. And that can be painful. It can be a really hard process because I just want things to be fixed. I want to have some control. I want to change things. And really, you want to start with why. Why do I want to change this? What's important to me in this situation, in this relationship, in my life, that I want to spend time doing this instead of this? That I want to have a friend that looks like this as opposed to someone who treats me like this? That I want to go to church. I don't want to go to church. I believe that it's important to respect my elders, or that's not actually something that's really important to me. So knowing what's important, what I value, what I want to make a priority in my life, that's where you start with setting boundaries. In a lot of ways, that sounds selfish, and you kind of stop and go, ha, like I thought this was about having healthy relationships, and you mean I'm going to stop and think about myself? And so many people who struggle with setting boundaries, that's so hard to do because we're used to putting ourselves last, and yet here I am encouraging you to put yourself first. And maybe it's only for a little while, but it's at the very least making yourself on the same level as that other person or that place where you're spending your time, that you are just as important as that other thing or person or time that you're putting in there. How do you do that? So that is starting with kind of like in the airplane when they tell you that if the plane starts to crash, that you put that mask on yourself first so that you can care for others. So slowing down, spending some time by yourself, noticing how you respond in different situations. What makes you feel awkward and what makes you go, yeah, I love that person, or I love doing this. Noticing your physical, mental, emotional reaction in different circumstances. That can help. Sitting down with a journal or talking to a friend about what's important in life, sorting through some of that stuff, really getting to know yourself. And what happens is, as you start to build up those strengths, as you start to build agency within yourself, you have healthier relationships outside of yourself. And so you are authentically there. You're able to be present and not resent that you're doing these things. You know that this is important. And so that's why you've agreed to participate in it, as opposed to, I have to participate because somebody else is telling me to. So when you're setting boundaries, you're trying to find agency within yourself. You're recognizing that you can't control the things outside of there, and you start to have a voice within you. And that turns into healthy relationships where you have equal importance in each relationship, whether that's with time, things, or people. I'd love to hear what you think of this. Drop me a note or an email, and I hope this helped. Thanks.